Alright, y'all. I'm putting out a lot of videos today. I felt compelled to do these kind of videos. I hope that you guys like the hair. I'm trying to fix it. My hair finally grew back. But, anyways, I'm helping out another soul. And I'm, in these videos, I'm letting you know your blockages. I'm not telling you what to do with your life. There's free will. I'm just letting you know what blocks your destiny. That is it. And what issues you got in the world and things like that. And let's get going. I pre shuffled everything so I do not get the same cards, and the divine has the divine and my ancestors, because I am a psychic medium, so that I can get different results. Because I feel like this next one I'm doing on whoever this is in the collective, it's someone's not getting results. Something about results. They feel like everything they do, and we have active love, forgiveness, and faith to hardship. Okay. They're not getting forgiveness and faith due to hardship. And the next one. Wow. Okay. Okay. Expectation is your blockage. And I will read these for you. This is what it looks like upright, but this is your blockage, and I'm going to read from the book so you can get it's your life. And then this is an upright location. This represents you, your blockage, and then this is the path. Okay, last on the back. Active love, forgiveness, and faith. This is what's blocking you also. This is your path. This is how I do my readings different. This is your blockage, you, and your path. Your path is blocked. Simple as that. Let's find out why your path is blocked. Instead of just giving you things, trying to figure out what's where, your path is being blocked. So let's find out why your path is being blocked. Let's read what the cards have. We got expectations. Okay, maybe I've had these expectations you have aren't good. I don't know. All right, let's look for expectations. All right, expectation. It says subjective and objective are the bistro on a blind date. They just ordered raw oysters, and are getting to know each other better. Subjective blissfully believes that whatever one thinks and hopes in their hearts of hearts will come true. An objective, just the facts kind of guy, is a firmly grounded in reality and goes with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. Hurrah. Subjective is also helping people like a veritable previous Penser popping out the appropriate wisdom, love, or resources with the silent condition that is offered a level of support should and will be reciprocated, but moans subjective. Can you believe it? They never do objective or interjects. Our oysters are here. They both add a splash of magnetic clink glasses merrily drawn the hatch to the first couple of oysters. Though these are going to be the best ever. Magnificent, thinks subjective. There are sharp shanks of shells in my mouth, absorbs objective. Geez, despite glowing reviews for this bistro, as it turns out, it's the night off for their A crew, and the B crew, for some reason, won't clean up the prop and the oysters properly. Subjector's mood has darkened, now observing a face that looks like Smacked a backside. Objective asks what's wrong. Nothing. Snaps subjective firmly, believing that objective should just get it, understand, and be more compassionate about the beach in her mouth and smirking feeling in her heart. Her evening is now flooded with disappointment, outrage. Clearly, subjective has expected more from the date, and Vivive mollusk and the universe subjective deserves more and thinks that's 2 hours of my life I'll never get back. Objective gets the oysters taken off the bill and is thankful for the night out away from work. This is a cautionary tale that expectations and blind dates and preparations about people, places, and things and events will always manifest as you mote it to be. Expectation reminds us that life is a perpetual state of flux, like a curl in the middle of your forehead. Doesn't always behave the way it's been told. Nobody's perfect. People screw up. Everyone is unique with their own handwriting. By all means, set goals and high standards for yourself, but also ensure they're realistic when setting goals. Both complete success and total failures are unreasonable expectations. All you have control over is your preparation, self control, discipline, attitude, and dedication to giving 100% of your ability. If you've been held to someone else's impossibly exacting standards, well or ill intentioned, spoken or unspoken, this can affect your expectations of self or others. The beloved dead of expectation says, be kind, flexible, trust in your own ability to hit the ground running no matter what happens. Use this divine affirmation. I'm a great work in the perpetual progress. This is one of your blockages. Okay, and then we have location. This is represents whatever problems you're having. So let's get going with this one. Location. Alright. Hardship. Okay. I'm getting there, y'all. I am getting there. Okay, labor. Okay, leadership. Limelight. Okay, location. Alright, we said, should you receive location, it indicates there's something significant about a place, destination, or property. Could be a house, a room, family, cottage, garden, farm, foreign country, or city. An intersection or road, vacation spot, or death or birthplace. Any location that factors prominently in the memory of experience of you or loved one, it's where you've been. Where you are or where you're going, all of these. Location refers to a sacred land. The earth and rocks beneath or surrounding a structure with an energetic imprint that wants to be acknowledged. There are settings in our past that are connected to events that still touch our present. They can affect the stability of our future. Work with the beloved dead of location to help heal this place or space. If a loved one has stepped forward to work with you when location appears, it's trying to help validate this ancestor through a place with shared memories, activities, or key experiences. What springs instantly to mind? Close your eyes and connect, allowing yourself to receive auditory or visual impressions. The apple tree in the front yard, your grandmother's front porch, the Alps, a river, a campground. There's some location that you're supposed to validate and have, or maybe I'm picking up, honestly, if this showed up, there's some kind of house that somebody died or something, And you're supposed to have shared memories, and maybe there's something with a sacred land. I don't know. This is your reading. And then we have active love, forgiveness, and faith. This is another thing. I'm going to say this is an inheritance thing, guys. This is about an inheritance. And this is active love. You didn't forgive a relative about some kind of property, or there's a property that you have and you don't really have good memories of it. Something like that. All right, we have active love, forgiveness, and faith. Let's read about that. Even if somebody was shitty to you, you should always forgive them. You forgive for yourself. All right. Where is this? Forgiveness and faith. All right, I'm looking for y'all. Here we go. Forgiveness and faith. This is what blocks you too. And it's about this property or land or something. You have no control over someone else's heart or choices, nor the universe's way of meting out justice. Or meaning out. Maybe the meaning of justice. I don't know. No matter how badly someone has behaved, all you can do is change your action to this experience. You deserve to move on. Perhaps you're being asked to forgive yourself for something and finally allow yourself to evolve from this holding pattern. Hanging on to righteous anger, sorrow, guilt, shame, hate, resentment, regrets, fantasies of vengeance only keep you attached, corded, or beholden to wrongdoing. If you're feeling the injustice of someone's harsh judgment, remember that it only has power if it's piggybacking off pre existing self doubt and self judgment. Either conscious or unconscious, we all have a yikes diary and an almost filmic chronicle of mistakes and misadventure. The acts of forgiveness and faith says, toss it into the fire, be thankful for the inherent wisdom of your life lesson. Forgive yourself so you can direct your beautiful energy where it belongs. Self acceptance and new beginnings. The act of forgiveness and faith helps you liberate energetically and find peace. If you're unable to forgive, it's okay. In this event, turn to an act of faith. Send prayers, petition to the universe for help and guidance. And then we have our clenching control of a burden by petitioning a higher power can help release you from these life frittering attachments. Faith gives you back the long game. If you can't forgive this person, whatever, if you lost land or you're fighting over an inheritance, give it to the universe and heal. You don't have to forgive them, but you need to be free from the burden because it's holding you back. It's holding your path back. So, I know it sucks. I've been through this. I've been through hell and back with an inheritance, and I'm still waiting. And we got the Tower to the Nine of Swords. Alright, we got the Tower moment here. This is where your world came crumbling down. Now you're in sleepless nights because you're upset about it. Can't make this up. I just pre-shuffled these so I got all different cards. Alright, and then we got the Star to sleepless nights. You got star energy. You can't create. You hope and healing, inspiration and faith. Your star has been dimmed because of this situation. All right. Tell us about over here. Tell us about this expectation, Spirit, please. And all of my ancestors and the beloved dead that surround me. Tell us about expectations. Nine of Pentacles. He had efforts and success, achievement, independence, and self-efficiency. You're a Knight of Pentacles. All right, right now you got your efforts and success and achievement. I mean, it's not a horrible card. All right, tell us about location. What comes up here? Tell us about location, Spirit, please. Tell us about location, all the ancestors, and the dead that surround me right at this moment. Tell us about the location. All right. Page 1. Excitement and extroversion, energetic and fearless creative ideas. You're excited. You have excitement and you're energetic and fearless and you have creative ideas about this location. All right. And then we have just, oh my God. 2 of Swords, stalemate, denial and stuck, denial, difficult choices and crossroads to 9 of Swords. What the heck is going on with this property? I tell you, this property is something going on. Maybe you're gonna be doing something on this property. Maybe you're gonna be making a dog shelter. I don't know. Tell us about this forgiveness. This is what I'd like to know here. 7 of Cups. Choices and indecision. Opportunities, fantasy, and illusions. All right, you got choices and indecision. Different opportunities with this property. Maybe there's the blockages. People, maybe it's selling this property. And somebody wants to keep it and someone wants to sell it. That's what I'm getting. Somebody wants to keep the property, somebody wants to sell it. And there's a lot of choices. And it puts you in the 9 of Pentacles. So you're not losing anything with this. Alright. Tell me more about this 9 of Pentacles. I got this King of Pentacles is in reverse here. There's somebody that is not in abundance and providing for their family. They don't have security and stability and they're not reliable. King of Pentacles. They want to keep the property. This is your blockage. Alright. Tell us about the Page of Wands. Alright, let's say about the Page of Wands. Alright, Page of Wands. The Lovers. Oh gosh. Alright. This is about twin flames, balance, and spiritual love. There's a couple that wants to keep the property because they need a house or a property. A house keeps coming to my mind. There's a couple that is in maybe that's fighting for the house because they would like to have a place to live and once you sell them this property, but you got creative ideas. I can't make this up. I wanted to, y'all. At least it's not. Well, it is, but it isn't a love reading. You're in the Hangman, and this is upright. And this is sacrifice and waiting, perspective, and lack of direction. You're just stuck in this Hangman position. You want to be in the 9 of Pentacles, but they want to move in the house, and it might not put you in the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. You're just sitting here in Hangman. Tell me more about this King of Pentacles. Why do they want this property? And we know about the Lovers, but is it beneficial? But tell us about this King of Pentacles. What are his intentions and things going on with this King of Pentacles? 2 of Swords. All right, we got stalemate and stuck. They're in denial. They're making difficult choices, and they're at the crossroads. 2 of Swords. They're at the crossroads. They're at difficult choices. They're in a loving relationship. So they got the lovers in reverse, and they want to keep it. And it's gonna make a stalemate and stuck for you. This King of Pentacles, because they want to keep it. And you won't go there. And oh my God, Tower and Wheel of Fortune. Tower to the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Okay, make this up. Tower to the Wheel of Fortune. Tell us about the lovers. What do these lovers have to do with the property, or that's blocking my viewers? This is blocking my viewers' path. Tell me about these lovers that are blocking their path to the Nine of Pentacles. Please tell us. My God, Wheel of Fortune to the Knight of Cups. Fate, positive changes to charming and idealistic to the Knight of Cups. Somebody's in love and wants to keep the house. Wheel of Fortune. They're looking at that as a Wheel of Fortune. Alright. Give me the card on the lovers. Just one card, please. Alright. Queen of Swords. Alright. Somebody's honest and fair, cutthroat, objective and truthful and independent. One of them is a Queen of Swords. It could be male or female. They're cutthroat. It could be the male that's in that Queen of Swords energy. They're being very cutthroat with you. They're being kind of demanding about keeping this property, this land, or whatever this is. And you're in a fool's journey to a Wheel of Fortune. You want freedom. You want freedom and hit the Wheel of Fortune. Maybe you want to take the money and do something you always wanted to do. And you want to split up the house. And this person wants to keep the house and pay you, but then you can't go on your fool's journey. Alright, tell us about the Hangman. Please tell us about Hangman, Spirit. Tell us about the Hangman. Knight of Cups. Okay, you're charming and idealistic, determined, tactful, and graceful. Alright, you're charming and idealistic. You want to start living your life and you want to sell the house to get money and start your life. It's an inheritance. Somebody passed it on and you want to get your cut. I get it. Alright, tell me about over here, this Two of Swords. Tell me about the Two of Swords. Ancestors. Tell me about the Two of Swords. Alright. The Hierophant in reverse. Alright. They don't care about tradition or higher learning and things like that. They're not a leader. Alright. They're not a Hierophant. They're not. And the Hierophant is somebody that's just not very logical. They don't go by tradition. It's personal gain type thing. That's how I'm depicting that card, the Hierophant in reverse. Alright, tell me about this Queen of Swords. They say she's honest and fair, but what is her... Is she a part... This is one of the lovers. What's her part in this, and how does she get involved in this? Alright, how does she get involved in this? Queen of Wands. She's passionate, determined, attractive, and confident. Or it could be he. He is passionate, determined, attractive, and confident. Could be he or she, but they're self-assured and charismatic. They're coming on as a Queen of Wands and a Queen of Swords. She's passionate about getting this house. Jeez. Alright. Alright, tell me about the Knight of Cups. Tell me about the Knight of Cups, Spirit. How are they involved in this property? This must be quite a property, y'all. Money makes everybody. You know who your friends are when money's involved and someone dies. You really do. All right, we got Knight of Wands in reverse. They can be impulsive and immature, and this is what's blocking you. This person is charming and idealistic, can be impulsive and immature, hot-tempered and unreliable and rebellious. They're in the reverse, the Knight of Wands. And they're kind of taking everything out in you. Wow. I don't know. Tell us about this Hierophant. Give us clear things on this Hierophant here. I don't know. I might call this stand your ground. I mean, you do have the right to stand your ground. We got Five of Swords. This Hierophant over here in reverse is causing aggression and disputes, bullying and stress, conflict and arguments. Five of Swords. You know, when somebody dies, everybody argues. Alright, and this Queen of Wands, that's also the Queen of Swords. What is she doing? They all want this money. They all want the property. They don't want you to sell it. Wow. Tell her, give me a card on her. Wow. Got Wheel of Fortune. They think of this as the Wheel of Fortune for them. Fate, positive changes, cycles, and changes. They think of this property as the Wheel of Fortune. This is the third time it came out. Third time. They're thinking of this as their Wheel of Fortune. And then Ten of Cups. They're not going to harvest any rewards from this, but they feel this is their happiness. But they're not going to harvest anything from this because I don't think they can afford the property. That's what I'm getting. I don't think they can afford this property. It'll put you in the Nine of Pentacles and you're fine on your own, but they're not. Definitely. And the Knight of Wands here, we got High Priest or High Priestess. There's hidden knowledge, intuition, and mystery. You're coming across as a High Priest or a High Priestess over here. And you're getting dreams with this Knight of Wands. Yeah, you are coming across as a high priest, and you're just saying your gut's telling you to sell it, and everybody's telling you to keep it, and you know it's going to be problems. All right, and they think it's going to be the Wheel of Fortune, but it's not. Tell me about this Five of Wands. All right, the Five of Wands. We got Six of Pentacles in reverse. All right. These guys are, they want you to be generous and just give it to them. They want your support and they want you to give up receiving any money. And they don't want you to have fairness and gratitude. And they don't have any fairness and gratitude. They don't. But they want you to have fairness and gratitude when it comes to it. Maybe you're in charge of the state. I don't know. Maybe that's the problem. You're in charge of the state and you're going to be the bad guy and you're not going to be speaking to your family after this, I feel. I feel like this is how this is going to go down. Or you just watch your money just go pissing down the drain. And then with this Wheel of Fortune, you're going to be trapped and restricted, victimized and helpless and powerless to rebuild anything. Eight of Swords. This Wheel of Fortune is going to put you in the Eight of Swords. You're going to be trapped and restricted. So you're going to be trapped at this property and you're not even going to get any money out of it. The only people get money out of it's going to be these lovers that want to keep it for themselves because they don't have a house. And they want to keep the house. And they're putting every emotional thing they can. And they're trying to make you feel trapped and victimized. That's what's being hitting. All right. And then with this, you're in the Eight of Cups. You're the High Priest or High Priestess. And this is walking away, letting go. You're going to be leaving behind all of this. It's coming up because you got choices. You're going to be walking away. But it's a hard decision. It's a real hard decision. All right. Tell me more about the Six of Pentacles. Spirit, tell me, Source, more about this. All right, we got the Hermit. Self-reflection, introspection, and solitude. You're going in the Nine of Pentacles, but they're putting you in hermit mode because everybody is leaving and blaming you for everything. So you're going within because somebody died. We all do. Puts you in self-reflection. That's what death does. Death to any cycle, death to one of your loved ones dying, and it puts you in that hermit mode. Death changes everybody around them. Alright. And then we have under this Eight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Your commitment towards these people and dedication and your work and effort are not going to be there. You're not going to be committed, dedicated, and you're not going to work towards their cause. You're not. You're going to... I see the house being sold and nobody talking to one another for a long time. And they're going to blame you for not having money, but you're going to be in this Nine of Pentacles. But it shows you're walking away right here. Why do you walk away? Why the Eight of Cups? Tell me, Spirit, why the Eight of Cups? Alright. Alright, you're walking away because of nostalgia, memories, and past and settlements. You're going to walk away and leave the past behind. Six of Cups. You're walking away to the future. Because that's all in reverse. So you're leaving it in the past. It's okay. Don't you? I mean, sometimes it's good to reflect, but leave in the past. You're in this hermit mode. Alright. There's nothing bad with this, y'all. Nothing bad. Alright, tell me. You have any kind of ending things here for the viewer? Like suggestions for the viewer, please. Alright, we got death. Justice. Oh my god. And Seven of Pentacles. Alright, Spirit is saying, wow. I'm not even going to do these pop art because this is not even about love or any kind of these situations. I got to clarify. We got death, you got transformation. Everything from this situation is going to end. People are going to be distant, especially with this Eight of Cups where you're walking away. So we're going to put death here, and then we got justice, consequences, karma, law, and integrity. Due to justice, people are going to be hurt because they feel like their Wheel of Fortune didn't get through, but that's their Wheel of Fortune. And Seven of Pentacles. This person that is blocking you, that wants to keep the house, is not going to be able to harvest any rewards, not going to have results and growth or progress or planning. This is what is going to happen in this cycle. And I'm going to leave this reading here, and I'm going to tell you, if you do seek to forgive, or you ask the universe to forgive, walk forward and know that you're loved. And these people, no matter what they say or do, whatever they did, they have to do their own healing on their own. And this has nothing to do with you because of a family death. Nothing to do with you. I just want to put that out there. Find yourself, do your dreams, go to the Nine of Pentacles, and find your happiness. If you got to find it with somebody that's not family and blood, let that be. Let it ride. Just let it ride and flow like the water, and keep moving forward, and do not go back. Do not move backwards. Keep moving forward. And your blessings will keep rolling in, rolling in, and rolling in. Okay? Just like the tides of fate. And peace and happiness. And I hope if you liked this reading, yeah, like it. I mean, I don't know who you're going to share it to, but if you can, somebody share it, that's fine. And if you subscribed and liked the reading, that would even be more awesome for my little soul tribe over here, which I am the only one of my soul tribe. I'm the hermit over here, guys. I'm just a hermit. I stay by myself and I do readings. And I hope you the best. And I'm sorry. I'm going to say now, if you made it this far, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry that people don't see your self worth, because I feel this all through my body. I just feel sadness. Like this is the hardest decision you're ever going to make in your entire life. And even my neck feels burning, like you're in torment and pain with this decision. But sometimes the most painful decisions are the best for you, and you got to keep moving forward, and don't, and just kind of, as you're healing, don't, if it takes you a year or 2 years, that's okay. Just do some hobbies or whatever, and just see where life and God brings you. And I'm gonna end this, and I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for the universe helps you forgive, because this is gonna be terrible for you. And I love y'all, and I'll see you on the next one.